application of double integration for finding the area. So double integration, we saw the three types of double integration. When direct integration is there, when limits of integrations are given to you. Then when limit, second type is when limits are not given, you need to find the integration by integration limits by considering either vertical strip or horizontal strip. And the third type is change of order of integration. Okay. After that, today we'll see the application of double integration to find the area. So for the area finding, you have very easy formula. Area is equals to, formula is double integration of dx dy. So here always whatever area you are asked to find, you are going to use the same formula. Area is double integration of dx dy. Here just thing is that you need to find the limits of integration. You know very well how to find the limits of integration using the type 2 by considering either the vertical strip or the horizontal strip. And if we are talking about the Cartesian, this is the area. If we talk about the polar form, the area formula will change to double integration r dr d theta. Okay, because dx dy is equals to r dr d theta over there. So let's see the example for the area. So in area, first example is find the area between the parabolas y square equals to 4x and x square equals to 4ay. So you can observe these two are equations of parabolas. So to find the limit of integration, here you are asked to find area, so by default you are going to use that formula double integration dx dy. But to evaluate that integral, what you need? The limit of integration. So how we are going to get? By considering strip and considering the particular region. So here let's draw the diagram for this. So I told you the trick how to identify whether the parabola is symmetric about x-axis or y-axis. So here in this case first parabola is y square equals to 4ax. So y square equals to 4ax, x is having odd power, right? So it will be symmetric about which axis? X-axis. So your parabola will be like this. This parabola is having y square equals to 4x as the equation. What about the second parabola? Y's power is odd, so it is symmetric about y-axis. So it is symmetric about y-axis somewhat like this. You may get this equation is x square equals to 4ay. Now you came across this region, so you need to find the area of this region. So formula is by default that one. Let's find the limit by considering either vertical strip or horizontal strip. So if you are assuming vertical strip, move the strip from left to right to cover the region. Where the lower end of strip is touching on this curve, which is parabola. How can you write its equation in terms of y? This equation, y is equals to x square upon 4a, right? 2. Where the upper end of strip is touching, to this curve, y square is equals to 4x. How can you write this in terms of y? Root of 4x. Okay. Now as we got limits of y variable by vertical strip, by default limit of x will be constant. So here you know by default the points will be 0, 0. What can you say about this point? You need to find, right? So this point we got by the intersection of these two parabolas. So whenever you are asked to find the intersection point or point of intersection of two curves, how to get it? By combining both the equations. For example, here suppose what equation we have got? Y square equals to 4ax. So you may write this as x equals to y square upon 4a, isn't it? Now let's put the equation's value in another equation. And you can do vice versa also, you can put its value in the above equation also. So here what we are going to put x value in this equation. So x, if you are putting here x square equals to 4ay, it will become square of this y raised to 4 upon square 16a square is equals to 4ay. Or we may write it as y raised to 4 is equals to 64a cube y. Y will get cancelled from both the sides. What remains? Y cube is equals to 64a cube. This means y equals to what?
4a.
Cube root of both the sides if you are taking, you are going to get 4a. As y is 4a, put the value either in this equation or in this equation, you are going to get the value of x. So if you are putting here y equals to 4a, what is square of 4a? 16a square. 16a square upon 4a will give you 4a. So again x equals to 4a. So this point of intersection will be 4a, 4a. Now can you tell me what will be limit of x now?
0 to 4a.
0 to 4a, right? Because on x-axis it's varying from this particular region varying from 0 till 4a. Once you get the limit, use that formula for the area. So area is equals to double integration of dx dy. So the limits x is equals to 0 to 4a, y is equals to x square upon 4a to root 4ax dy and then dx. Is that it? Because y is having variable limit, you are going to integrate with respect to y first. Very easy integration. What is integration of dy? Y dx, right? So this x is equals to 0 to 4a as it is. Its integration is y. Upper limit, lower limits are x square upon 4a to root of 4ax and then dx. Then substitute upper limit here and lower limit here. So you are going to get area is equals to this x integration as it is, x is equals to 0 to 4a. Upper limit is root 4ax minus lower limit is x square upon 4a dx. Again the basic formula of integration you need to use, that is integration of x raised to n is what? X raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. So here we integrate this. So root 4a is constant, let's keep it as it is. Root x means x raised to half. What is the integration of x raised to half? X raised to 3 by 2 upon 3 by 2 minus. What is integration of x square? X cube by 3, so it is x cube upon 3 to 4. 12a, limits are from 0 to 4. So let's put upper limit on the place of x here. So you may have here this root 4a as it is. Then here 4a raised to 3 by 2. And this 3 by 2 in reciprocal will be 2 by 3. And here minus 4a cube upon 12a. What will you get after putting lower limit? 0. Because if you are putting 0 here, it will be 0, it will be 0. No need of it. Now just rearrange and simplify the terms. 4a square root means 4a raised to half. 4a raised to half into 4a raised to 3 by 2. 4a raised to 4 by 2 means 4a square. So it will be 4a square upon 3 along with this cube. And here, if you simplify this, what will you get? 64a cube upon 12a. Here it will be 16, right? 16 into 32a square upon 3 minus here a will get cancelled and what else? 3 and here 16a square. So ultimately what will be the result? Area will be equals to 16a square upon 3. And as it is area, you need to write the unit here. Either write square unit or unit square. So in this way you need to find the area example just by putting the upper and lower limit for x and y in this particular formula. Rest of the procedure is exactly similar to your double integration when limits are not zero.